väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar. Let's get it on. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och pushar på och smeker med motståndet vi leker. Vi sitter här i väntan och spelar lite Dota och springer runt och creepar och motståndet vi slipar.
Welcome to the Redbull ECL LAN, held in China, I believe? Beijing. Held in China, Beijing. And this is our third round of the 1v1 part of the tournament. And we have some big name, actually one really big name, one kind of big name in this matchup. And again, it's going to be Shadow Fiend versus Shadow Fiend. I think they have changed the format to best of one. It's first to 2 towers or 2 kills. And on the Radiant, we have Ferrari of Team Invictus Gaming. And on the Dire, we have MMY, I think the support player of Team DK.
Yeah, Dai got his start as a solo mid. He's famous for his Lion, his Tinker, as well as his Storm Spirit. I think those are his 3 most legendary heroes. He'll be going solo mid this game. As far as the builds, he's...
Wow, what happened to his gold?
He's actually bought an extra courier for some reason.
Yeah, both of them. What happened to his gold?
Is this like a Manor courier?
335 plus Tango is 425. What happened to his money? I mean, it has to be the courier, but
430's got an extra one as well.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but
is that? I guess maybe they just decided they want to start with buying their own couriers. The Manor, I don't know. It's very weird.
It is strange.
So we'll see a different strategy employed here. Both players actually making sure to get as good a block as possible. 430. Getting the slightly better one.
I think the Mass Branches build is better, though. You get more HP, and you have more damage. So he has 7 agility as opposed to MMY's only 5 agility. And these things matter a lot in the very early Shadow Fiend matchup 1v1 mid. And looks like IG Ferrari is just slightly ahead on last hits. Looks like just 1-1 right now, but he's playing very, very aggressively on MMY.
Yeah, he's really straight up on him. Not getting the high end of the damage range. Will miss the last hit there. Well up on the hill, and just trying to zone him out a bit. Getting closer to securing a few more last hits. He's now 2-2. Actually, that's Dai. Dai is doing a nice job of last hitting despite having the inferior damage, or at least he did. He's still actually down. Yeah, he's still down 2 damage.
And Ferrari trying to play a little bit aggressively at the tower, but it's just way too early. If you think a couple of tower hits without an extra
what does
self,
the courier do?
Wow,
no, it's gonna die to the tower. Oh, it had his self too. 430. What you doing?
So this just means that Ferrari can't play as aggressively as he wanted to. I think you can often just trade a lot of harass early, and you force the other person to buy a salve. And if they don't have one already on Chicken, you can take advantage of the slow heal up time on the Tango. But Ferrari's going to have to change tactics. He's going to have to wait 3 minutes for the Chicken to respawn, and the gold difference is not that big of a deal. It's not multiplied like 5 like in a regular Dota game. So MMI looks like he has his Magic Wand and an early healing salve. So big advantage already to MMY, but nothing insurmountable.
Yeah, you got to say that was given more than earned, that one. But he'll take it. The tower is his best friend here. Dai, X, MMY, whatever you want to call him. He is certainly a living legend. 430, one of the newer generation of dominant solo mids.
Yeah, he has 3 more last hits than him, doing a very good job of controlling the creep wave so it's in this area so that he can constantly stay up the hill.
Oh, he's got the HP advantage. Dai is going to have to play back. He really
Yeah.
needs to heal up to full HP.
This is what I'm expecting in some of the other Shadow Fiend matchups, being able to zone people out. If you have a slight HP advantage, you just... Ooh, if he had one more right click there, that was really close.
Yeah. If he had a courier right now, had his
Yep.
items, extra little damage from a wand even, as well as an item after that, because he would have had a slot, or just getting his boots and opted to drop a branch.
So Ferrari coming way out ahead on last hits now after that brief zone out. 11-7, so combined 18 to MMY's 10. He is doing very well even after that early chicken loss. I think he has far superior creep Maiko. Well, at least it looks like it.
Yeah, Dai seems to be getting kind of outlasted here. 12-8 to 7-4, despite one hero having a courier, one not.
And MMY has used a lot more mana for raises too. And he popped his magic one, so it's a little bit more. I think he probably used 3 raises. Ferrari maybe only 2.
What is he doing with his courier? I'm not sure which one is... I guess the one off to the side is the one he's not using, but... Just sitting back at Fountain now. So... 430 feeds the courier, might win the match anyway.
Yeah, it's not terribly uncommon. It's just 200 gold and delays your salve. You just have to play according to what items you have. It's not terribly big deal. If you have boots, maybe, but you just have to play passive because you know you won't be able to get items for the next 3 minutes. As long as they don't play hyper aggressively on you with excessive regen, that's one way they can capitalize on it. Then you won't be forced back to go home and heal.
Capitalize indeed. They continue to last hit. It's been a much more kind of rhythmic game. The last one was just Mushi, like, if that was an orchestra, he's that guy who's, I don't know if he's playing out of tune, but he's playing a very different melody from CTY.
I think it really also depends on what kind of boots they want to get. Phase boots is more of a like bouncing in and out of max range, so you can trade last hits, run away, trade last hits, run away, or just run in and out of max rage or max raise range. If you go triangle boots, it's just war of attrition, like we saw CTY last game. If you go power treads, it's more of a stand and fight because you have superior damage and attack speed if you go agility treads.
430's got his courier now up to 900 gold. What's he gonna buy? Still waiting to see his purchase. As for Dai, he'll have his basic boots soon.
Wow, MMY is getting dominated.
He's getting
last
punished.
30 to 18. That's brutal.
This is one of these guys again. One of them lost the courier, one didn't. So he's had access to spend some of his gold, and now 430 has spent a bunch of his boots and I believe a magic stick.
Wow. So no boots for
And
MMY. He's going for the mass regen build that we saw last game, the mass salves. And so he has 2 salves. Looks like Ferrari also has 2 salves.
See, it worked for CTY, but I don't know if it'll work as well against 430. 430 seems much more sort of deliberate about his aggression here. Not the headlong aggression of Mushi.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, let's see who hits level 6 at first. I guess level 6 doesn't really matter too much just because most of them skill Necromastery.
Oh, here we go. Man fight for the high ground. Dai gets the jump on him.
Oof. Yeah.
That is
You
not a
don't
good
wanna do
location
that.
to fight.
Not at all. Ferrari is running danger of getting his salve canceled, but it looks like MMY did not take
In fact,
advantage of that.
he has Dai's in danger of going down. One more hit. That's going to be another kill.
One more hit. Oh, then the salve.
Did he? I think he double salved there. Or did he magic stick and then salve?
Well, MMY is falling pretty far behind right now. Ferrari going to be at full HP. Neither of them having salves, but Ferrari at full HP and with boost now. MMY has to be very, very careful. Ferrari looks like he's going to go for the zone in.
Yeah, now that he has boots and Dai doesn't, Dai is screwed.
Yeah.
You can't approach the wave.
He may need a reserve reward just because the range on your vision is just so absolute crap at nighttime, and it's very difficult to harass if you don't have vision. And MMY actually being able to get a free raise on him just because he can't actually see him. Get the Drodo!
There's 2 salves. These couriers are just not having a very good time this game. 430, a bunch of regen for him. Both players, just the mass regen build. Seems to be the Chinese style. Dai continues to find a way to get these raises off a bit quicker. Like you said, just abusing the vision advantage, and 430 trying to lumber up the hill instead of just pushing the wave and then going up the hill.
Yeah, MMY is doing a good job of preventing Ferrari from just going up your hill at nighttime. A lot of players just back off like he's doing right now, and he will come out very poorly on that
there's
trade.
one more raise. Another. See, even though he's not killing him, he's forcing out a constant
Yeah, and
stream
this
of salve.
boots and no boots is going to really punish Dai soon. He's not going to have boost because he's going to constantly have to buy salves, and if he goes home to heal, Ferrari will get like 2 free waves, and it's going to be really, really bad for MMY pretty soon.
So 25 and 24 to 15 and 15.
50 to 30.
50 to 30.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
And imagine if he hadn't fed his courier. I feel like the game would already be over.
Yes. 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 Well,
It certainly made.
I think if Ferrari hits level 7, he can go up the hill, and then if MMY decides to raise, he can try to counter with a double raise, and let's see
Yeah.
if he does that. No, but he does
He's
have the
level
advantage
7.
right now.
He's level 7 now. Still level 6 on die. Sitting back, playing defensively, waiting for 430 to walk up the hill again. 430 will graciously back off, but only for a short time. In terms of damage, they are dead even. So right-click wise or last hitting wise, they're even there.
Nope.
But I don't know if that's going to be the case for long. 430, he's got more items on the way. Tranquil Boots. And now he's going in. He wants to make a kill on Dive Happen. Dive Happen, 2 raises, only 1 on the mark.
Yep, he did force the magic stick out of MMY, and yet another salve. MMY is really hurting on the gold right now. He has 1 salve, 1 clarity on the courier, and only 200 gold to his name. Meanwhile, Ferrari is pretty much a full Tranquil Boots up ahead on him.
And the Tranquil Boots are a gift to keep on giving. It's not like the Phase Boots where it's a bit risky.
Yep.
You're constantly
Much safer build. And the passive move speed is really nice too, just because he's playing so aggressively on MMY. He has a 75 move speed advantage.
Look at this. Easy double raise. In fact, Dai's going to come back in, try to man fight it out. He's going down. Pops him like a pinata.
This is really bad for MMY. This is
GG.
GG.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that
even-
really was
Doesn't even
GG.
worry about the second, just because Ferrari, he's much more calculated of a player. Doesn't play hyper aggressively like Mushi, and
That's what Mushi should have done.
Yep. Tranquil. I mean, the Tranquil Boots really paying off though, and if you can ever go for the boots versus no boots, then that's just a huge advantage. But Ferrari really took advantage of zoning him out. We saw a very early zone out in this, and we didn't see it in the prior to. And look how quickly the game ended, and how big of a disparity there is in between the last hits.
So I'm not sure if Burning versus Moo is getting played. I forget. I don't know if it was Stream Chat or Team Liquid forums. I thought I read someone saying that Moo forfeited. But we'll find out, guys. There might be one more match headed your way for today. Otherwise, I believe that could be it. So we're going to take a quick break. Merlene, you can take us out. But when we come back, we'll either have one more match or we'll be done for the day. The Red Bull ECL LAN Finals, the playoffs will be continuing tomorrow either way, though.
All right. Well, congratulations to the 3 winners so far. We had FY in the first game. We had who was in the second game? CTY in the second game, and Ferrari in this third one. The 4th match coming up. Stay tuned. And it looks like the rest of the Red Bull ECL solo 1v1 tournament will be continuing today. So I believe we probably have a few more matches after this one. And speaking of this one, we have FY of Team Vichy Gaming on the Radiant. Again, a Shadow Fiend versus Shadow Fiend matchup. And on the Dire, we have Burning of Team DK.
Ooh.
And he is going for the Wraithband branch build. The pure damage, maximum amount of damage you can get for the starting 603 gold.
DK Burning your soul versus FY, who took down ZSMJ, Burning's former, well, mentor, guy he looked up to for sure in the past, in a bygone age, but that's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I believe all matches are Shadow Fiend versus Shadow Fiend best of one. Moo, as I understand it, chose to forfeit his match. I believe he was tired. They do have the main event tomorrow, the 5v5 matches, although Tang Fu got knocked out, right? So I guess he wasn't in a good mood. Didn't want to play. Burning's feeling good, though. Burning's in a good mood. He gets a fantastic creep block off here mid. Almost too good, because now FY can almost get up his hill.
And the creeps are going to attack, the tower's going to start attacking the creeps. This will push it back down in favor of FY, but Burning's still doing pretty decently. The 11 damage build with Shadow Fiend is actually pretty good too, and just gives you a little bit of edge. Your opponent can try and punish you, but all you need to do is just ferry a salve, maybe a salve and a tango over it, and you'll be okay. Getting that early advantage is one of the biggest, most important things in this matchup.
So far, it's just a 4 damage lead for Burning. Not really pulling too far ahead, but he's going to use an early raise to secure a creep kill. Now he'll back off. He'll work on another one. And Burning's starting to pull ahead a bit here. Call it 3-2 to the 1-1, 1-1 of FY. If Burning gets a couple more CS, this is looking like the way the Mushi game started. But based on what we've seen of Burning, I highly doubt he'll go full Mushi mode this game. He's got the salve now. Mode. He's got the salve. And an early magic stick for FY. So that's his opportunity to get aggressive.
Yep, Shadow Fiend versus Shadow Fiend matchup. 5-2 for Burning, 3-2 for FY. Still very, very close matchup. And Burning is pulling slightly ahead in terms of CS. And both of them very even at controlling the wave. Both of them like standing around the stairs and on both sides of the creep wave.
Yeah, Burning seems to just have the slightly easier time of getting these last hits. And now he's 51 plus 23. That's a significant advantage. Call it, what, 12 additional damage at this point? Yeah, it looks like it. Or is it 14?
Well, Burning's not actually playing very aggressively on FY. If you're in this position where you're up here and the guy's down here, you can just right-click and not really
poke down and back up.
Yeah, poke down a little bit. And FY is coming out a little bit ahead in terms of harass, but nothing significant. I think the getting last hits is much more important.
And now Burning is going to have access to some easy auto. He just doesn't seem to care. He just wants to win this by pure war of attrition. No, classic farming player, I suppose.
Yeah, he almost has double the CS. He does have double the CS of FY right now. 16 total last hits is nice to 8 of FY. FY falling very, very far behind.
You thought you could outlast hit me? Simple fool. I'm Burning. Well, he's doing well here. To be fair, this is his strong suit. I think in some other 1v1 matchups, maybe Burning wouldn't necessarily do quite as well, but Shadow Fiend matchup almost exclusively about last hitting.
Yep, there is a lot of raises that come in between the 5 and 7 times, and FY can pull ahead if he is better at hitting the long range raise than Burning is.
Yeah, now sitting at 250 gold, 19 last hits to the 12 of FY. It's just a slow incremental advantage. He's not really exploding ahead, but slowly but surely accruing those advantages. He'll continue to find last hits onto the tower. Now he pops his salve. He wants to be at full HP. He wants to be a bit more aggressive here. In terms of experience, he is a little bit closer to level 5, but very slightly so.
Yep, wave still pretty much in the middle. We see some players, when they go back into this area or this area, they try and block so that the creep wave is on top of your hill. Burning seems to be doing a better job of that. Most of the time he is up his hill, and FY is forced to use a couple of raises or miss last hits because of the hill advantage.
So if you're FY now and you're the player who's playing from behind, what should your game plan be to kind of get back into it? Oh, really? No pausing.
What he needs to do is creep block so that he can hit level 5 around the same time. If Burning is level 5 and FY is level 4, then he can choose to play very aggressively and play the zone out game. But if you pull the creep wave to your tower, there's no possible way to zone out because you'll be forced to tank the tower. So now he's like in this very critical range where he is level 4 and Burning is closer to level 5, but I don't think Burning is the type of player to actually exploit this and play aggressively as soon as he is level 5.
Yeah, I mean, he got
there's the one raise. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
There he goes.
Posting up. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, FY is... Well, he's got a salve, so he can afford, I guess, to take those hits, but...
It's all about the level 5 advantage, though. And FY was a little bit more inefficient with his raises just because he was level 4 at the time. So only doing 300 damage with his raises as opposed to 450. Pretty big
Before
difference.
reduction, yeah.
Yeah, before reduction. And there is the... A lot of these players are like playing very aggressively with their salves, though. Could be easily canceled with a C raise. And Burning opting probably for the...
Some of them also play aggressive with... Knowing Burning, definitely Tranquil. Some of them also play aggressive with their couriers.
Yeah. And speaking of last hits, 31 for Burning and 22, so not as big of a deficit as before, but still heavily in favor of Burning.
Yeah, FY is doing a really nice job, though, of just staying in the game. Like, I feel like a lot of players, once you get behind by 5-6 souls, you can just crumble. And
But I think also part of that has to do with Burning's playstyle. He's more a defensive player, not necessarily exploiting the small incremental advantage to his favor over and over again.
yeah, we saw him go for those 2 raises, but then it's like, I could continue harassing you, or I could go back to farming. And now it's a 25 to a 34 last hit, still sitting right around that 9 last hit advantage.
And FY actually going for a Bracer. I don't particularly like Bracers in the matchup just because I don't think your HP pool matters that much, just because you're often taking damage just from straight raises, just from harassed right clicks, so you're very rarely at full HP and burst it from 100 to 0. I think it's more efficient to get a little bit more regen so that you can stay at maximum HP instead of having a bigger HP pool.
Or a little bit more mono regen so you can spam your raises more, a little bit more damage so you can last hit better and get more souls, but...
Yeah, I generally prefer Wraithband for that, but it depends on your playstyle.
Now Arena
it's
Vakila
safer.
for Burning. So this looks very similar to the CTY build at this point.
Yeah.
Arena Vakila, Magic Stick, Tranquil Boots would be the next logical choice if he's headed that direction.
Yeah, mitigation is usually better than straight HP just because of the very long nature of these 1v1 matchups. 3 armor over and over again over like 10, 15 harass hits adds up to more than 59 HP or 57 HP from 3 strength.
It's now a 12 CS advantage. Or just watch, I feel like Burning is writing a math equation here. It's like, in exactly 13 minutes I will win this game. I'll gain a 3 CS a minute advantage.
You have to be able to close out, though, and even if you are a CS champion, if you get out harassed or skimp on the regen and have to get zoned out for a couple of waves, then things could be very bad. And FY choosing to pick a fight. Oh!
Burning! Outplayed! Outplayed!
Yeah, outplayed by FY. He kind of got lucky with the hitting up the hill, but sometimes that's a gamble you just have to take.
FY, that was a ballsy play. I feel like that's something you should do when you're down, though. If you realize he wasn't going to win the last hit war, take a risk. Go make a play. I'm just surprised that's when Burning chose to get aggressive, as opposed to those earlier moments when he was level 5, FY was level 4. He went in for the raises once, then he just backed off.
Yeah, this is the difference in between a mid player and a 1 player. 1 player just trying to secure the CS, and
FY's actually a support right now. I mean, I'm sure he's played
yeah.
before,
but yeah, Burning, typical 1 player, goes for mass CS and doesn't exploit advantages and plays super aggressively when he has a small advantage. But now he's pretty far behind. First blood, and that means boots already on FY, and that is level 8.
So yeah, it's Burning who's going and getting aggressive. Unfortunately,
he doesn't have boots. There's no way he can catch up to him.
Can't find the kill. Disappointing for him. And now he's up to 200 gold.
He has spent all his money on salves, so all FY needs to do, I think, is just try and burn through these salves or just play aggressively on him and hit like a triple raise.
Oh, he's going for a double.
Wow. That is scary. You walking up the hill at nighttime.
There's a magic stick here. I don't know if Burning was accounting for that. Now I'll back off. I think FY almost just could have run him down with the boots. I might have needed 2 raises. I think he maybe only could have gotten in range for 1. Would have been close.
Mass cells. Need more cells.
So if you're Burning here, well, you'll have your boots soon, and then things will get somewhat back to even footing.
Yeah, I would not play aggressively. Like, he's downhill, and he doesn't have the boot. He has a boot disadvantage. This is not the time to try and zone FY out. Although he is out of regen, so he has a small window, but he already has tangos and some more regen.
Another salve, more tangos.
The window is over.
What if you ban salves and tangos? That would make the matchup a whole lot more fun. Burning fishing.
Oh, yeah. I think part of the BTS wasn't it 1v1, no items?
Yeah, because, well, see, the way it worked when we ran the tournament was there was no 1v1 mode in Dota 2.
Yeah.
So you
Awesome.
couldn't have same heroes without using cheats, and heroes created via cheats couldn't use items. So we just said no items for anyone. that matchup ends very quickly.
Yeah, that's definitely a fun play style.
But even the ones we did once the 1v1 mode was created towards the end of the tournament, I think it was S4 versus Fear. Those were much quicker than these.
Yeah. Oh,
Much more aggressive.
One more raise. If he doesn't pop his matchstick, would have killed him. But
Drop
pops another
your
self.
items.
Yeah, they're not being efficient.
Lazy. Bernie's had a
Lazy.
long day. He's just relaxing.
Well, so is FY.
Yeah, like yellow.
I guess he's at full HP anyways. Not a big deal for him. And I think once FY hits level 9, he can play super aggressive on Burning. He's out of regen right now. He's bringing some on Chicken, but that is like the last bit of his gold. FY, meanwhile, has like 500 gold, and he'll have Presence of the Dark Lord before
And
Burning.
he's posted up. He could even get a courier kill. Bernie was trying to bait him with that. And FY just overextends a bit. Still, now there's your Tranquil Boots. Now he should have a significant War of Attrition advantage.
Yep.
Bernie does have 2 salves. He might be able to farm his way towards them. He's popped a Clarity here as well. Only 500 gold behind, but as you've pointed out, a lot of that gold is in items that are consumables in nature. One raise connecting by Burning, the other whiffing.
Yeah.
He's being rather
Burning
aggressive.
is almost out of
raises.
mana right now, and he doesn't really have any good way to regen it up.
There's a FY
Oh,
just
he
posturing.
popped his Tranquil Boots, and he got it canceled by the tower. A little bit unfortunate for him.
Yeah, still, like you said, Burning's out of mana, so I don't know how much it matters.
Yeah. It's
But-
pretty difficult to play aggressively at nighttime, just because you won't have vision up the hill, and it's just so difficult to hit that really long range raise. So during the nighttime is generally just farm fest, try and gain control of the hill, so that if they run up to you, you can just double raise, and they'll have to guess blindly, and usually waste mana.
There's your courier again.
More
This-
clarities.
Really? A circlet as well. Kind of seems random to me.
Casual.
Maybe he just wants to fight now and try and win at this point, but FY's got more HP than him.
The CS is almost dead even. 49 and 22 for FY, and 48 and 21. So only a difference of 4 CS at this point.
73 to 69 at this point. Pretty close.
Yeah, very, very close. And there are observer wards out by Burning. So it looks like he might be looking to play aggressively.
Yeah, he bought this random circlet when FY's already got a Bracer and Tranquil Boot. Seems kind of strange to try and match him with stats, unless you had some plan to go for a fight soon.
Yeah, it looks like FY is doing a much better job of controlling the wave. It will be pulled back to his tower, but that will give Burning some time to place his wards. I'm not exactly sure why he hasn't gone in Chicken yet. There he goes with the casual gauntlet, but he doesn't have any room for it.
He just wants to spend his gold, I guess.
Yes.
Could have waited a little bit for his completed Bracer, but won't be bothering. Yeah, could have bought the recipe right about now.
Well, Tranquil as opposed to Aquila, I think Tranquil's is a little bit better just because the armor on the creeps doesn't matter, because this rarely goes to a who kills the tower first matchup. Is generally first to 2 kills, and that happens